Oh, we're live. Jeez. And again,
What's that?
it's a coffee live, and we're catching up just for coffee to see what is happening in the world. And does Andrew have anything today that's of
What
interest?
does Andrew everything today? Yeah, I added into the subject. It was about what was it saying no? Because we hear that just say yes and work it out later, but it can have ramifications.
I believe that used to be okay back then because the opportunities weren't as many as it is today. There are so many different opportunities out there that you can go for, and anyone with a mobile phone, as soon as you've got a mobile phone, you are open to many different opportunities that you can change and make something. You can do something, you can produce something. And all you need is a mobile phone,
Play
a
Snake,
smartphone. All you need is a smartphone these days, right?
Bubble Breaker, just sit there,
Bubble
play Snake.
Bubble Breaker. If that's what floats your boat, then play with Bubble Breaker or Bubble.
Snake, got to
If
bring
we go
back the
back
old Snake.
into the Game Boy days, Game Boy days used to have the Bubble, and I know a good friend of mine loves playing that. And do you remember that? All these things in the past, say back in the 70s and 80s, the opportunities
The
weren't
70s. Sorry,
that
back in the
many.
70s. What
Back in
happened
the
back in the
70s and
70s?
80s, back, well,
Okay, 80s is okay.
I wouldn't
70s.
have a clue because I was born just at the end of the 70s, right? So it's like saying no and don't work it out later is your
Yeah.
topic today, right? Saying no and don't work it out.
It could have been worded better, but it's just what just what came out when I
That's
wrote
what
it.
we're flowing with. We go with the flow. So
Yeah, because we've been having those conversations around consistently saying yes all the time, but then it can also add a lot of distractions, stress, anxiety, the thoughts of it. I think also too because we've got a burnout. Funny enough, we've got a burnout event coming up. But
burnout
around those
events happening.
discussions and the conversations we're having, and even I was thinking back to the quiet quitting. You know, they're talking about the quiet quitting now,
Quiet quitting.
where people were going above and beyond, but now they're like, you know what? No,
You paid me to work for this.
just going to do bare minimum.
It's not the bare minimum. It's they're actually just working within the time frame that they are given, and no longer working above and beyond the times, like giving the extra time because that's your time. You guys
Mm.
are putting in your time, and I know a lot of people in public service is being pressured to work longer hours. Why? Why do we
G'day,
do
Donna.
this?
You want to bring
How's it
the bring the
going?
bring the comments in?
Bringing
Comments
the
are open.
comments
Jump on
coming
in.
in.
How are you, Donna?
Oh, this is a new layout. Oh, what happened to the
Oh,
comment?
oh no, it's any new comments now. Oh, okay. I think it's any new comments that come in now.
Oh, it's only when new
I'll
comments
throw
come
them in
in.
there.
Click
All right, say it
click
again, Donna.
the
Let's start again. Start the comments
morning.
again.
And yeah, saying no to a lot of things is much more important these days because everything's just in front of us. We have notifications being thrown at us. We are great because we let me just take the logo off.
Ah,
How
there we
are
go.
you two? We are great. We just quickly jumped on because we've been having these conversations, right?
Oh,
So
we've also been sick,
oh,
so we haven't had the coffee, the coffee chats. Both been ill, but we're back. I know it's what everyone wanted. They just wanted us back.
They wanted us back. I
Our
know
inboxes have been
there's
flooding
all
with
these
messages
people
saying,
watching
"When are you
this.
going to be back?"
I did.
And I joke because I have not had one message say that.
I did have someone say that. When are you going live again? It's like, what? Really?
Yeah, no, inbox is still empty.
Yes, I'm being sick as well for over a week. I wonder how you got sick. So
Yes. So that was just the topic.
saying
no.
yes to everything is not really the best thing these days, because if you keep saying yes to every single request that you have on social media, so like, how many different platforms are you on? You can't even count it, right?
4 at the top here.
You can't
Connected to
even
4 at the
count
top.
it. You can't even count it. And you'll get requests from different messages and messages from many different people. You just have to practice to saying no to many different things and realize exactly what will work out for you.
But what's it going to do to the other person? I generally want to help.
Point them in another direction. Point them to someone else that might be able to help. You just can't do everything. We do want to do everything, though. We do want to help. We just can't do everything. It's impossible. Tell me it's not impossible. I can't see you.
I can't. So that was it. That was all. That's what we've got. But nothing else
Nothing
informative to say. No, that was it.
You wanted to, Donna. Yeah,
What else have we been having conversations about lately? It was also the compassion and empathy, where we had that conversation with the founders recently around. Well, there was the example that I gave that I spoke to someone during the pandemic who was being told by head office and that we've got to show compassion and empathy to our customers and clients.
Oh, there it is. That's the view we not normally have, but okay.
But it got to the point where I can't run a business on just giving all the money back. And I've given so much compassion. There's no more compassion to give. And we're talking about what's that, the tipping point, or what's that crossover? Because we talk about giving compassion, empathy in business or in general. But where's the point at where it's is it too much?
It's too much when it starts draining in your own energy, and it starts to affect you. If it starts to affect you, then it's not a good thing for you anymore. It's cause and effect. If it's causing, and if it's got some sort of an effect, whatever that cause is, and it's affecting you, then you need to do something about it. And in the case that was in the founders chat, they made a decision, and so did many others that made the decision to no longer say yes. Practicing discernment is very important for many different people. We're going to have a lot of these things happen to us. We're going to be a light. We'll be shining bright at times. Yes, sometimes you can give too much and it leaves you drained and so tired, so can't give anymore. We can't give way too much till we're drained, because that's way too late. Because if we're already drained, that means that we've been affected by it, and it takes a long time for the biochemistry in our body to change again, because it's been changed by someone else. So we need to realize and have the awareness before that. Now that you've experienced it, you need to have that same awareness of when that's happening. And if it continuously happens and it's continuously affecting you, then you need to make that change. If you don't make that change, you're just gonna be stuck in a loop, right? It becomes a habit. And habits are hard to break. Ask that from a smoker. I'd love to stop smoking. We've already talked about this with many different people on State of Mind. All the different habits that are formed. We have to form positive habits. And this is another thing that becomes a habit, right? It becomes habitual for us because we're human beings. Human beings are habitual by nature. It's like, ooh, I can hear crickets.
Just habits. Yes.
Habits.
Coffee habits.
Coffee. Oh, well,
coffee habits.
I used to have a bad habit about coffee. I used to have 8 of these things. And now I don't, because I know a lot of things now. Like it's been brought to my attention that it affects me. It affects it affects everything that happens inside of me, and I don't go to sleep. And if I don't go to sleep, then I can't perform the next day. I can't think.
Don't get started on coffee habits.
On coffee habits. Then there's sugar habits. Yeah, I think we've even talked about this before. There's the insulin. Insulin overload is one of the most things that aren't even talked about over the internet. Insulin overload is very interesting. I think everyone should have a look, and that should be our next topic. Insulin overload. So we need to bring a specialist on insulin overload and what it does to our bodies. It affects us. It affects our mood. It affects the way we think. We become more angry. We become much more emotional. We no longer have control. Our body chemistry, all the different fats and lipids and other things starts happening inside of our bodies. Just so many different things happen. And you can see the telltale signs from insulin overload.
Yeah, don't hear it talked about much. Well, unless they're diabetic. You hear from diabetics checking the insulin levels.
But then they're not in overload.
No, not saying that.
They've gone beyond
just saying that
overload.
insulin isn't really haven't been around and seeing it talked about.
They've gone beyond overload. People who are diabetic, they've gone to a point where insulin is no longer produced because the body is just used to pumping out the insulin. When the body's used to pumping out insulin, then there's nothing there to protect our bodies from sugar. And then if there's nothing out there to protect ourselves from sugar, then there's no way of breaking it down. There's no way of converting it properly. Just all these things. So it would be good to, if you are in that space, come have a chat with us. It'll be really good to bring you on board to State of Mind and have a chat around insulin overload.
Insulin overload. All right, let's add that one to the list.
Have a look at it. Do some research out there. So anyone else that's
can't get curious now.
There's people who watch this later on. Come say hi. Put something in. It'll be great just to even have a smile emoji. Put a smile emoji just to say that you've watched it. It'll be great because we'd love to know who is engaged into some of the things that we're putting out there. We're going to be putting more things out, and it's coming soon. Anything else on your end?
Tomorrow, LinkedIn Local Hornsby. It's on. You remembered, right?
It's already here. Oh my goodness.
Yes, tomorrow night, LinkedIn Local Hornsby will be there from 6 p.m. If you want to know any details, come along. I'd love to meet you. Drop a comment below and we'll send you the link.
It's coming tomorrow. It's tomorrow. What time? Where?
This is
How?
thrilling.
Tell me.
You got the details, right?
No, I don't.
You got the memo?
No, I didn't get the memo.
It's on your back. It's still on your back.
Damn it! I can't look there.
The damn skit.
I can't look there. Okay.
Yeah, networking. Networking is a great way to get to meet people in the local area.
How's it going?
Mr. Jeffers, how are you? It's a great way to meet like-minded people, have a conversation, see what's going on, what are people up to, what businesses in your area, what solutions they're providing.
There's a lot of newbies always coming through on LinkedIn Local, which is great to see. Now, it was great. The last couple of different ones we've had a few different people come through. So come join. We're going to make it much more consistent. So let's do it.
It's also fun. Got to have the fun in there.
Fun.
Great energy. Got to throw that in there.
We make it fun.
Yeah.
We make everything fun.
We do.
Let's go.
So LinkedIn Local Hornsby tomorrow night, 6 p.m, core workspace. Messages for more details. We'll see you there.
Oh, that was perfect timing. All right.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Until
got
tomorrow.
A little bit more planning of these.
Until tomorrow. State of mind.
Wayne Dickerson. Yes, we'll be scheduling that. Wayne is on and joining us tomorrow for State of Mind.
State of Mind. Wayne Dickerson talking about...
Got a list. Wayne, owner of Direct Mortgage Concepts, has been doing mortgages for a very long time, and it's going to be great to pick his brain and hear his experience. Obviously, been through many peaks and troughs and spoken to many people in and around purchasing property and finance. So yeah, it'd be great to have a chat with him tomorrow. So Wayne, looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it, Wayne. All right. I think that I've finished my coffee, so I'm done with coffee chat.
All right, we're done.
I'm gonna get back to
over and out. Over and out.
See you guys. See you tomorrow.
Can you tell everyone in the background in the studio here we can turn the live off now? Cut it, everyone.
Cut it. Cut. Everyone.